What's up, everybody? It's Travis Moody here at Toy Kinda Mood, and today we are ranking the recent G.I. Joe classified Cobra! And the biggest issue here is that, unfortunately, I don't have the Walmart exclusive Range Viper or the Walmart exclusive Mole Rat. Keyword there, Walmart. But yeah, distribution issues for Walmart items have come to a point where even toy sellers have to beat up scalpers overseas. Yeah. Starting at number 6, we have the Cobra Valkyrie 2-pack from Hasbro Pulse exclusive. My biggest issue with this set, while it's pretty, love the dungeon background and everything, it comes with a lot, right? But the $54.99 price point for an army builder set, while not grotesque, certainly isn't the best. Maybe one more Valkyrie in here would have made it really worthy of some value. As we could see here, these gals are pretty and they're awesome. The mix and match play is so much fun. Love mixing the tans with the black. While the tans don't quite appeal to everyone, I'm a big fan. I really think it really makes the figures pop, as mentioned before, but also having the classic pistol is cool. The guns are smaller and they fit the Valkyries wonderful. There's a lot of nice detailing in the packs and all around. And of course we have some, a little bit of reuse, but also kind of a new mold for at least a Cobra Trooper. And just, it's infinite play with the mix and match. I just went with 2. I'm having fun with them. I think they're great. Lots of blast effects, but I could have done with a little cheaper price point, considering that the Cobra Flight Pod is the same price and you get more bang for your buck. And we'll talk about that one in depth since everyone's just getting that one landed. But yeah, I'm loving what I'm seeing here from our darlings here, the Valkyries. And you can make each one, you can make either one a officer or whatnot, but I even changed the clips. But overall, I like the set. If you were to do like the IGN scale, it's 7.5 out of 10. I give it 3.75 out of 5 whiskeys. I wouldn't mind having a drink or two with these ladies, even though I'd end up in handcuffs later, which, get your mind out of the gutter, Moody. Come on, moving on. But anyway, it's a great set. Last, but not the least, it's a cool set. I'm sure you've got it right now from Pulse. It is sold out, but if not, hang 10. There is an additional face sculpt that does come with it. And yeah, it's overall pretty good. Next up on the list is number 5. It is the Cobra Crimson Alley Viper. If you know me, the Alley Viper is arguably my favorite army builder of all time. Not that I army build when I was a kid. We had that fun discussion with Bug this past week in Apathy. So go check out those shows if you haven't yet. They were super duper live streams. And I went into super in depth on the Cobra Crimson Alley Viper. As you can see, real cool. If you have an Alley Viper, you know what to expect. It's a repaint. But that said, it's repainted gloriously, as you can see, with these awesome Chi-Town bulls, plus the grays, the wolf grays. Really cool detail. Loving what I see. Very excited to get accessories from Gridiron and so forth. But yeah, overall, I love what they did with the new logos. Obviously messing with that dark energon and whatnot. And then also the HUD display inside has got some new decal with the, the bright blue. And they're telling a story with some of these Night Force characters and these Walmart exclusives. So yeah, a Walmart exclusive, baby, but it's fine. Shout out to Return of the Nerd Toys hooking this one up early. But yeah, I love it. It's a repaint. But one of the better repaints out there. The fact that it's number 5 on the list is insane. This could be number 1 and 2, any toy line. But 4 out of 5 whiskeys. I went far more in depth than compared to the other Alley Viper on the stream with Apathy last week. So go check that out. Okay, holding tight in the avalanche at number 4, it is the G.I. Joe classified Cobra Snow Serpent, an army builder. Okay, let's go with minus, plus, medium kind of thing. First of all, number 93 here is a deluxe. The minus on that is that deluxe army builders are expensive. $35 for an army builder. I mean, you need 3. It's going to cost you a billy. This is a crazy complaint. There are so many accessories for this figure that I basically have to do too many reviews real quick. There's so many accessories that there should be 2 action figures in this pack. Again, kind of like Cobra Valkyries, there should be 3. Here, there should be 2. Yes, the cost will go up, but it just makes sense. You don't need this giant locker full of stuff that you can't use or whatever. We'll get into that in 1 second. But the backpack, I was about to say that it only holds the bazooka, but guess what? Thanks to a punk with toys and my homie Lawrence, he found a way to get those snowshoes in. Actually, it's funny because some of the other reviews are like, you can't do it. But yeah, it's fairly easy and no risk of breakage. So really cool. As you can see, the RPG missiles fit on the back. And there's so many different looks you can do with this character, which is a major plus. But one of the minuses here is that this little knife doesn't sheath anywhere. I mean, maybe you could... No, I don't know where we're putting this thing. In here? Kind of? No, that's not going to work. It's going to take you a while to figure it out. I mean, you could put it loose in there. There's a knife with no sheath. That is weird. Like I said, so many accessories for one figure. It could have been 2. Why it could have been 2? Tell you in 1 second. All right, we're back with the Snow Serpent, and now he's a leader. That's what I'm saying. How about a 2-pack where we can have a regular Snow Serpent and the Snow Serpent leader that obviously captured the wolf? Nah, that ain't timber. Get your mind out of the gutter once more, guys. AR, little grenade launcher, and of course that classic pistol we just saw with the Valkyries. Maybe we'll see this carry forward through all our Cobra troopers, but love major pluses here. The web gear, the harness, whatever the secondary, whatever you want to call it, the holsters, you know, the gloves there, the boots, the bazooka strap, and this I didn't even realize till we started doing this review. The binocular visor, wow. All are very sharp navy blue. Some of the promo pictures wore a wolf gray, and that would have just made him too grayed out, this character that's only white, black, and gray, and now it's got a very sharp blue. So I love it. The wolf pelt, the cape, and look, the backpack fits on, and it's a little loose, but not as bad as some other things. But tell you what, you pop that off, this thing is loose, but the cool thing is the pelt holds it in. Once you put the pelt hold it in, this peg doesn't become as dramatic as it could have been. So very cool there. Another favorite of mine, if you haven't seen other reviews, is the snowboard. It is excellent. Just look at the vinyl there on the foot peg. And then this is bad. Hey, man, I'm telling you, look, you got the cool, you know, like kind of a mountain with a snake and all kind of arrows. And yeah, the camo just decked out. They really did not hold anything back making this bad boy. Now I'm doing the review, I might even up my rating. Just crazy. There's a boot swivel on here too, so that's really good. Goes that ways and a rocker, but you guys know all that. I'm not a super fan of this. You know, this gun is really small. It's tiny. It fits more of a Valkyrie. That's fine. You probably won't have it. This review is really for what comes with it. Of course, we can always do future shows with third-party accessories and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, you gotta love the cartoon gun. And I mean, you know, maybe we'll get an icy blue goggle deco standard release, retro carded, maybe without all the wolf pelt accessories. That'd be cool. I'm gonna go 4.5. I was gonna go 4.25, but now that I have it in hand and he's functional and far more functional than I thought, and the snowshoes do clip on, I'm loving it. I'm going 4.5 out of 5, baby. Still number 4 though. And now at number 3, it is the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Eel. Love the eel. I mean, just the packaging alone, right? So sick. Loving it. This one's been out for a while. Amazon exclusive. Hard to get. Hopefully more folks will be able to grab it. I'm not going to review it to death. I did a few Instagram stories. So go check us out at A Toy Kind of Mood on Instagram. Once in a while, I'll do little minute reviews and mini reveals and whatnot. But Oh, yeah. I don't know. This is like a McFarlane nightstand. So, yeah, DC will just have to stand for DC, Washington. But, yeah, check it out. Maybe some of the little minor complaints I have is that kind of when you do go up, that mask doesn't stay too flush, and sometimes it hides the eyes there. Obviously, really got warpage on these guns. And then my biggest issue with this one is that just the peg hole doesn't exactly line up. It is bad. It's worse than it's worse than the Serpent cape. I put some blue tack there and it is, I don't know, and then these hoses don't want to stay in. The functionality on this thing is crap. But I mean, yeah, aesthetically, it's great. Love the new eel symbols. I love all these logos that Lenny and his team are conjuring up. But I mean, overall, this is a 5 out of 5 figure. It's just the functionality is just terrible. It's just bad. I mean, that isn't the designer's fault. This could be QC issues in the factory. Who knows? But you guys have seen this one. It is fantastic. It could be a 5 out of 5 any other year. But unfortunately, these things happen. And go check out my reel on Took on a Mood on Instagram where I do Mark II designs makeover on the Cobra Eel. Now that is a 5 out of 5. Flying in at number 2 is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Televiper and Cobra Flight Pod, aka the Trouble Bubble. And I was going to say this was a good one, but they're all good ones. This is a great one. It is the great one, and it is nearly perfect. There are some minuses and there are some pluses, but overall, it is freaking fantastic. And the box is huge, man. It's huge. First of all, we'll get into our bud, the Tele-Viper. Loving the deco, the purples, the blues. Everything looks fantastic there. Cobra symbol on the right. Of course, he's got his little, I Cobra wrist rocket watch, shooting tiles with that gun there. Looking good. Loving the face sculpts, the additional face sculpts that they gave us. Just awesome. Comes with this more tech advisor, cyborgy one if you want to make a drone robot dude. And of course, the classic look of Tele-Viper there. And you also have this look, adding diversity into the line. Love it, love it, love it. The backpack is cool. Deco's awesome and everything. But the major problem is this constantly falls off. And of course, look, it's going to be sturdy as heck because I'm reviewing it, right? But if I'm just playing with it, that thing's falling off. The hose is a little weak, but hey, overall, looking pretty good, Not too many complaints. Some people don't like the deep purple, but it really blends in when you're not doing reviews. It doesn't stand out too much on the shelf if you get it with the other Cobra figs and whatnot. So, other than that, I'm not a huge Tele-Viper fan, but I did have the loadout from Gridiron Studios, but this definitely fits the bill and looking good. Of course, it's the main event. It is the flight pod itself. Now, the minuses here is that this canopy does not click in. I even had to call Hasbro Pulse about it. On the right, it slowly kind of works its way in, doesn't quite stay in, no big deal, right? But on this side, doesn't fit right. Either the hole is too tiny or the clip is too big or whatever. It just sits there, and I guess Hasbro Pulse would not replace it because it's sold out. They wouldn't offer a discount. They offered to send something from the warehouse that's random. They wouldn't let me pick. Whatever. It's all good in the hood. I mean, I got 2. The other one, thankfully, clicks in. I didn't think it did either. But then I watched some reviews and even like Foosh and Bobby V had the same issue. So I don't feel as bad. Now, the good news is the flight pod's detail is super. I just love not having to put any of these stickers on. I mean, 3 stripes. This thing took out 3 Sky Strikers. I'm calling bull on that one. But look, all the decals are great. They're very cool. A lot of them match. At first, I was worried about this thing. You may have seen it some other reviews. I was like, oh no, more QEC issues. But if you try to put this little bracket on the other side, it fits, but it doesn't fit. You know what I mean? And then you get nervous. But then when you actually get it on the right side, it works good. And then the missile looks cool. And yeah, the blast effects do fit in the back there. And then this one swivels side to side. Oh, wrong way. Oh, and that fell off. That's funny. I was watching a review and someone complained about it. I was like, what are you complaining about? And there it goes. It happens right on my review. Oh, this is the one that swivels. Cool. This easily fits on. And yeah, there's some details there. And yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good in the hood. And this levels down. The functionality on this thing is superb. I actually had no issues with this belt. I know some people had to heat it up. And there I go. Look at that. It doesn't. It's not fitting in the review. But oh no, there it is. Cool. Clipped in. Perfect. Wonderful. Like again, look at the detail just on everything. All the boops and beeps, just looking good. Yeah, you get a lot for $30. If you figure the figure is $24.99 and this is $29.99, this is for $29.99. I mean, this is what, if this is third party, what is this, $100? And that guy basically made no money making it. So yeah, and then you could see. So yeah, if it wasn't for this little clip, it's 100% A plus 5 whiskey functionality, and it is just super. I mean, what else is there to say? Oh, the nice swivel on the cannon. Cannon looks good. A lot of details. You know, I'm loving it. Major thing is though, it's a flight pod. Where's the flight stand? Well, thank the heavens, we have a guy named Lawrence, aka a punk with toys, because he talked about this one. Let's see if I can adjust my little camera. There we go to capture that. And we'll back up here. And yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good, folks. And yeah, look at that. I like it. I like what he did. Go check out A Punk with Toys. He has a full video, tells you what to do, you know, using tact and kind of like which clamp. But this is the Hasbro Pulse official stand, and it is perfect, and I've had no issues with it. It'll probably fall because of review. And yes, there's the Valkyrie blast effect, fits perfectly on it, but it's so good, and this makes it even better, right? So if not for the canopy thing, I mean, this is almost perfect. I want to go 5, but I just can't, man. There was so much room inside that box. They could have fit a flight stand. It would have been 65, but to me, oh man, I don't know. It's 15 for 5. They could have went $59.99, gave us a flight stand, called it a day. But otherwise, it's nearly perfect. 4.75 dead Sky Strikers out of 5. 4.75 whiskeys for number 2. And finally, standing there at number 1, it is the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Firefly Redo. Look, the team at G.I. Joe and Hasbro, they listen to fans clearly, and they do whatever they can whenever there's an issue. We did a full comparison on the show once again last week on the show with Apathy. Go check that out. We went in depth, and man, I think after that show, I was further blown away, pun intended, over at Broca Beach with this figure. And if you thought I forgot about the aerial mine, I didn't. It's silly. It's ridiculous. It's useless. It doesn't connect with the flight pod. But there's a guy who might have use for it, and it is Firefly. And I love the face sculpt. The face sculpt was like, oh, it's too much like Fortnite. Maybe your face sculpt. Maybe you got some QC issues, but it is the perfect figure. And I mean, maybe the only thing holding it back is that we didn't get this first. You had to buy 2 to get this one. And of course, he's got a little detonator there. But yeah, he is a Saboteur. By all means, secondary looking great. Love the green. Just look at the colorway. Just everything really pops. You got the RCXD remote detonator there. That snaps on. You know, it's kind of Call of Duty drone type thing. Love it. You can have fun with it. I mean, I showcased this on that show in depth, but overall, you know, the grease gun looks good. It's a perfect figure. It's a shame. It's a shame it took this long to get Dude, but we got Dude. You know what I mean? So, you know, everything looks perfect. What is there to say? Firefly is the best G.I. Joe Classified Cobra action figure I've gotten recently in the last couple weeks, and he wins this top 6 race. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's Travis Moody of Toy Kind of Mood. Watch us every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And every once in a while, we do a Terradrome. We welcome you to that, as well as a Toy Kind of Mood at night. So stay tuned. Join us also on X, Instagram, Facebook. Find us everywhere. TikTok at A Toy Kind of Mood. And we'll see you in the toy aisle.